Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is DB333, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as New England. Not to be confused with Old England, which is all the way over here. And, they're just being progressive, electing women, or something. I don't know. I don't know, what, played over in this region a very long, or I haven't played the UOB. Let's see, back in the day when you could still do this, I did the Lawrence coup path in order to restore the United Kingdom. So that's what I did when I played the UOB. So I haven't played a straight Union of Britain game before, but here I am just reflecting on the old days of Kaiserreich when you could just go ahead and coup the UOB, which were good times. I miss those times, if I'm honest. Does it make the most sense? Probably not, so I'm not the most surprised about it, but, you know, what are you going to do? Anyway, that's just me reminiscing about the old days. God, that was when I was in high school. Holy shit. That was 2017. That was 5 years ago, I think, when I did that series. Oh my, okay. I gotta stop this now before I have an existential crisis and start feeling old. Last video, we, started working on square deal stuff. We're swaying public opinion. We're working on some of the Work Progress Administration. And we went ahead and, we organized the National Guard, which locks us essentially at limited conscription, but it's our own little special limited conscription thing. Which, the recruitable population is essentially at the level of volunteer only, but we also get 1,000 manpower a week. And a bunch of other fucking insane bonuses like that. Which, seems pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie. Freedom? What the fuck is freedom? What? I was about to read that, but I'm getting too sidetracked, which I should probably chill. Okay. So, unlike our southern neighbors who've been jolted out of wars of depression with the onset of the Second American Civil War shifting them into war economy, we still feel the effect of a long decade. Hundreds of thousands are still left out of work and doing their best to scrape by with what meager savings they've managed to gather. Our primary priority must be to help provide for our people. With the effects of the Great Depression modifier will automatically slowly reduced. Taking each of these decisions or completing focuses from the second square deal tree will help get rid of modifier faster. Okay. So we could do this. Let's see some of these options. So we're going to want a couple of these in a second, it looks like. But yeah, we'll get to those when we get to those, I think. So yeah, how are you all doing today? I'm still doing this offline, but I figured I'd ask you all, just check in, see if y'all are doing okay. I was talking about last video, sort of had a bit of a lazy day. Supposed to be, I do theater, and this weekend, I'm recording this on Saturday the 12th, supposed to be our opening weekend for the play that we're doing, but we had to go ahead. Oh, look, was that smuggling group? Feels bad. We had to go ahead and cancel that, or not cancel, push it back, because let's do excavation. Why not? One of our main actresses got sent home because they thought she had COVID. I don't think she does. I think she confirmed that she didn't, but still spooked us a little bit. And to be honest, even if she didn't, we didn't have it, and she's fine. We still weren't going to be ready either way, so we just kind of made a call. Whenever you do theater, everyone always jokes that you sort of jokes and sort of sometimes not joke, depending on the context, that the shows could always use another week. And so we actually got the other week this time around, which is pretty nice. And so I gotta go ahead and relax a little bit, because I have not really had a normal weekend to relax. Well, that's a bit of an asterisk. I did get a chance. I mean, okay, you can do that, I guess. I think that'll put the SRI into... That'll allow them to go ahead and join... let them all join factions soon enough. Which, oh, Jesus, fuck. Oh, Legionnaires are not having a good time, are they? What was I talking about? God damn it. I had the last weekend off a little bit. I think I talked about this a little bit. I went to, Monterey, which is a nice little beach town, here in Cali, with, 2 of my friends. That was nice. Didn't do too much initially. One of my friends was filming a film down there, and she wanted a little bit of backup. So me and the other friend who I went with, we just kind of went down, mainly chilled in the motel. Let's go ahead and get these guys added into here. And let's go ahead and select a new focus before I forget. Let's go ahead. I think we're already working on building... I mean, yeah, we're working on it, but it's gonna take fucking forever, so... Might as well just get working on a civilian factory there, I think. Also, let's go ahead and do the Schenectady industrial area. Located 16 miles northwest of Albany lies Schenectady, one of the largest electrical workshops in the United States, while the American Locomotive Company has a factories here. That place is also the home of the electrical industry, where radios and radar can be fashioned. As our nation fires up its industry for the battles to come, we will rally eager men and women to work at the plants to bring our boys in the field the tools they need to win. There we go. There we go. So we can do some of these now. Build a railway, get some infrastructure. Mass already has solid infrastructure, if I'm not mistaken. Where do I check the infrastructure? Is there only 5 levels of infrastructure now? I haven't played the new update in a while. Oh, yeah, I think there's only a few levels of infrastructure. 5 now. Well, that's interesting. That's good to know. Let's do the Bourne and Sagamore Bridge. Proposed bridge in Sagamore, Massachusetts. Plans to connect Cape Cod with the Massachusetts mainland. The bridge's design is based on John Greenleaf Whitmer Bridge that connects Newburyport to Amesbury, Massachusetts. Improving the state's infrastructure will help speed up travel and provide for the many unemployed Americans. We can go ahead and do that. Why not? Yeah. So yeah, we kind of chilled around the motel a little bit while we kind of hung around and seated to see if my other friend needed us to help her out, which she ended up being fine, luckily. Then after we chilled in the pool, hung out in the hot tub. There goes the federal government. R.I.P. Sorry, Mac Daddy. It was a nice run. Shit. So yeah, we drank some well, I didn't drink alcohol. Of course I wouldn't, because I'm not 21 yet, so I would never do that. But hung around the hot tub. Then we walked around the little main area the next day. No, I always forget. Cannery Road. That's what the area is called. It's a nice little area. That's where the aquarium is. If you know anything about Monterey, you probably have heard about the aquarium, because it's a nice fucking aquarium. We didn't get to go there, which I'm a little sad about, but that's okay. We just walked around, hung out, just had a good-ass time. We got a weapon cache looted. Not bad at all. But yeah, so I had that going for last weekend, which was nice. But I also just needed an opportunity to sit back and, among other things, get working on some YouTube videos. Because I have been a bit behind on those lately, which I do apologize for. You know, life gets in the way. I have been busy, but I have been wanting to do a bit more and be a bit better on all the recording and keeping up with this and that. So, let's go and redevelop upstate New York while we're here. As large numbers of workers began heading down to industrial centers such as... I'm not going to try to pronounce that. The burden of our already exhausted infrastructure and public transportation systems are starting to show. We'll have to make great efforts in reorganizing the region's infrastructure to help our war machine's efficiency and ensure that our workers and troops can quickly get to where they are needed. And that'll be good, because I think we do need that supply hub in Albany. Because I think that'll help us over here, which I'm not quite sure. Ooh. Since the completion of the Cape Cod Canal, built at the height of tensions of the Atlantic during the First World War, the fishing communities of Cape Cod have been officially disconnected from mainland Massachusetts. Looking at most recent infrastructure projects, however, communities on Cape Cod are once again connected with the rest of the state. Speculators beginning to buy a property along the untouched waterfront, preparing for a promised post-war tourism boom. To the locals, the towering metal silhouettes of the Bourne and Sagamore bridges are harbingers of a new era, one which will almost certainly bring sweeping changes to these quiet shores. Next up, a bridge to Nantucket. Could actually work. An airport might not be the worst idea. Get some more air bases. As far as east state in the Union, Maine is an excellent location. Beginning construction of a large airfield, preparations are made in Canada to return home. North Atlantic may become a region of heavy traffic, ferrying all sorts of goods, people, and materials across the ocean. Let's go and do that then. That sounds pretty solid. And we can get some industrial concerns. Material designers. Reliability and production costs. That would be pretty nice. What do I want? Let's check out all of these. Chief of Staff. Organization recovery rate. That would be a pretty solid. I think I'll do Leslie Richard Groves Jr. I'm not going to do him. I'm going to put him in. I should probably reiterate that a little bit. Anyone else we can get? We got Dubois. Interesting. Anyone else we can... I'm looking at all these names, and I know some of them to a degree, which is interesting. Yeah, so far so good. Ooh, Collins ousted from office. Feels bad for a Mikey boy, but what are you going to do? Now, the Union State isn't having the best time. From a sickbed in North County Community Hospital, where he is recuperating from a throat infection, Secretary of Commerce Harry L. Hopkins has once again answered definitely no to allegations that he belongs to the Socialist Party of America. In days following Hopkins' implementation of the WPA relief programs, Hopkins has come under fire within elements of Congress, with some denouncing him as a syndicalist disguised in sheep's clothing. A speech of House Democratic Representative John J. Connor from New York State declared that the, quote, head of one of our great departments is a registered socialist, unquote. When Connor asked whether or not he referred to Hopkins, Connor shrugged his shoulders and replied that one must draw their own conclusions. While Hopkins and his son have reiterated orally that Hopkins does not belong to the Socialist Party, this particular incident has illustrated the paranoia among Congress members regarding the so-called Red Menace. Those who are fiscally conservative are wary of the increasing role of government in the economy becomes seen socialism as the nation's greatest enemy, both politically and morally. Even though the workplace there reports that those suspected of having leftist-leaning beliefs or those speaking favorably of Reed's movement in Chicago are being fired and discredited. Throughout New England, many in private referring to this mass hysteria as a Red Scare, some even jokingly remark that it is better to be red than dead. Could Reed's movement reach higher office? Not if I have anything to say about it, but that's besides the point. So yeah, I had some stuff I kind of needed to do. Also just sort of had a bit of a rough year so far. At least this New Year's been a little rough, if I'm honest. I'm fine, don't worry about me, but, you know, I needed a break. And I think this was, it's good to have a break. Anyway. This man falls back into his usual routine of killing his neighbors. The animal world is not spared from violence either. A happy story, however, emerged from Connecticut when a young Doberman, ironically enough named Jack, was able to stop militia agents from blowing up a bomb in Hartford. The dog was trained in cooperation with Connecticut National Guard when his patrol spotted the agent, who promptly has tried to escape from capture. With the courage of a true American, the little dog immediately ran after them and pulled one of the two men down, leading to his capture. This man later turned out to be none other than Paul Rashford, a target long sought after by the Hartford Police Department for his implementation of the riots only a few months earlier, who seemed to establish a whole network of operatives in Connecticut. Whilst his captures by no means marks the end of a socialist threat in the state, Jack has dealt a heavy blow to their leadership. We can express our thanks to this good boy. I love a little flavor events like this, guys. Right? It's nice. But yeah, it's good to be back to recording. You know, there's a nice simplicity to Kaiserreich, which I do appreciate. Been meaning to play a bit more TNO too, but I've just been busy. Well, I've been busy in general, but I figured Kaiserreich would be a nice. Ooh. New book may soon be in the hands of New England inter-school children, although its publication has indeed been troubled. Rejected by nearly any publishers, and to think that I saw that on Mulberry Street, was finally published at Vanguard Press. The book is a rhythmic children's story featuring a child's fanciful imagination while strolling through Mulberry Street, perhaps inspired by the actual Mulberry Street eat in Springfield, Massachusetts, while colorful and expressive illustrations dot each page. Writing under the moniker of Dr. Seuss, the author is Theodore Geisel, a 33-year-old New Englander of German descent with nearly 10 years of writing and illustrating experience. Geisel attended Dartmouth College, where he rose to be editor-in-chief of a humor magazine, Dartmouth Jack-o'-lantern. Geisel continued his education by attending Oxford University in the UOB to achieve his PhD in English literature, where he met his future wife, Helen Palmer. Leaving Oxford in 27 without finishing his degree, Geisel began to submit drawings and illustrations to make a living, finally achieving breakthrough success with a commercial piece for Filt, a bug spray. In 36, after returning from a European voyage, Geisel felt inspired by the rhythmic sounds of a ship's engines, which encouraged him to develop the rhyme scheme that makes up his latest book. Fleeing New York City as one of many American refugees, Geisel returned home to his native New England in the hopes of escaping the tragic plight shared by many in the former United States. According to Geisel, the frustration of being consistently rejected led him to nearly burn his manuscript of Mulberry Street until he ran into an old Dartmouth classmate. The chance encounter gave way to its eventual publication in the hands of Vanguard Press, and although sales are modest, reviews have been quite favorable. I'm sure the kids will love it. Dr. Seuss. Good times, good times. But yeah, we're back, boys. Hopefully for a good long while. I'll have to wait and see. But, you know, is that the Austria flag? It looks like the Austria. Okay, there are little stars in the corner. I was about to say that shit looks like the Austria flag, but okay. So he developed upstate New York. Let's do the CCC. Actually, we can use some more civilian factories. So let's do some reconstruction of financial corporations. The lengthy Great Depression has shaken investors' confidence in the market. Lots of private capital is being held back by the rich who do not wish to throw away their hard work in these turbulent times. We must seek to encourage private investment to help supplement federal spending. That'll do, I think. Portugal's joined the Entente. Very nice. The Union State isn't having the best time. The Pacific States is doing okay. The Cindies are doing pretty solid generally, it seems. Shit, well there goes the rest of the railroad. Anywho. It's revealed to the public that administration leaders in New England Congress received a surprise when a new possible war referendum was brought to debate. The bill proposed that a national referendum should be held before Congress can declare war, thus giving the ordinary men and women the chance to have a direct vote on their country's involvement in foreign conflicts. However, in the case where the nation is attacked first, no referendum would not be held. A referendum will not be held, Controversial bill had secured the 23 votes needed to bring the bill to the House. Many Irish American delegates are eager to support the bill, believing that this will give New England the ability to stay away from aiding the former British Empire. These delegates and the people they represent are wary of the British, with memories of the Great Famine and the War of Independence still fresh on their minds. Nonetheless, with a decision of 35 Congress members in the balance, Congressman James Farley rallied his fellow Irish American congressmen to shut down the bill. Farley believes that America's place in the world is to help it, not stay away from the world's affairs. His efforts have been successful. The possible war referendum has been shut down. Interestingly enough, a parliamentary question was raised late tonight by the discovery that the list of signers bore the name of William P. Connery Jr., representative from Massachusetts, who had died by the time the petition was being presented. The rule requires that a discharge petition be signed by a majority of the membership of the House, but the law says nothing about the signature of a dead member. The question remains, for now, unanswered. How such matters must be controlled by the government. Oh, troubling. Wow. Thousands of onlookers gathered to watch the final collapse of the Honeymoon Bridge today. Large gusts of winds coming from Lake Erie sent a massive amount of ice pouring down the falls. Nearly 100 feet of ice came crashing down on the bridge abutments, ultimately compromising the structure. Not even 24 feet tall fortifications added in 1899 after an ice bridge threatened to push the bridge over could prevent this collapse. Luckily, the cold temperature deterred most visitors from falls, and thus, no one was injured. Northeastern states are currently experiencing one of the era's cold waves of winter. Sub-zero winds followed by a harsh blizzard had swept southwards from Canada, bringing New England to a 2-year record for frigid weather. In some parts of the country, thermometers were reading 24 degrees below zero. For many New Englanders, with cold weather and snow blankets are signs of troubled and unsure times as civil war rages on across the country. Well, next time we'll build a sports hire. Speaking of next time, I gotta go. That was surprisingly smooth. I'm proud of that. Thanks for watching, folks. As always, if you like this video, leave a like. If not, feel free to dislike. Have any comments, feedback, concern, anything of that sort, leave them in the comment section below. I read all the comments I get. Appreciate any feedback you might have for me. Want to chat or play games? Check out my Discord. If you want to see back, I have a Patreon. If you want to see me do this with live, I have a Twitch. I'll put your channel description box below. That's really it for now, folks. Thanks always for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.